Look at these awesome sample boards we did with our sample kit. Leggari products, one of a kind, every time. Order yours today. Links in the description below. Enjoy the video. So I'm gonna put my white in here. And then I'll do my black in the other one. And then we're gonna mix them up. But it mixes real easy. You can see how fluid our product is. Look, awesome color. Our floors go down at 45 square foot a gallon. Our countertops go down at closer to 30, 35 square foot a gallon. So they're a lot thicker than our floor coating. Look at that, awesome color, snow white. So cool. All right, so now we're gonna coat the whole board in this black color. I'll pour it out on my edges kinda. And I know I mixed it good, so I'll scrape everything out that I can get. We're gonna hold it at an angle. If you hold it straight up and down, you're just gonna be moving too much material at a time. So just hold it at an angle and just start kind of moving it around. And obviously, doing a counter, you're gonna do a roller, but your roller will wind up soaking up a lot of this material, so you don't really wanna do a roller when you're doing the samples. Because you can get the same looks as your roller would, even with the paintbrush. But the paintbrush doesn't soak up as much material, so. But look how awesome that lays out. No bubbles, glass smooth. So once we got it pretty much leveled out, go both ways, left and right, up and down. This will kind of help get it all even. But it self-levels. I mean, you can see how fast it self-levels. This stuff's awesome. And if you want to paint your edges, paint your edges. Just make sure you wipe your edges if you cut the board, because it will have stuff on the edge that'll get in your brush, and then you'll get it on the surface. So just make sure your edges are cleaned off if you're going to paint them. Is we're just going to kind of swirl this around randomly. This will bring the metallics to the surface and create some cool effects, and then we're going to do a big fat vein down the middle. But notice how there's no bubbles. It's perfectly smooth. It's glass, and that's because of the type of resin that we use. All right guys, so we just did a random vein, big vein, and we're just gonna blend over it real quick, and it's gonna look cool once it starts leveling out and modeling. And this is cool because it's just such a random, like you can't screw it up. You just can't. We're just gonna kind of spritz the whole surface. And look at the color that it's adding. It's starting to look really cool. So you can turn something that may not be as cool as you liked, and just by adding some dispersing effects to it, it completely changes it and makes it truly unique and awesome looking. All right, so we're gonna do this one a little different. We're gonna do what is known in the resin art industry as a dirty pour. We're gonna do some vibrant colors. Gonna do blue and purple. All right, so now that I got them both mixed, I'm just gonna pour them back into the bucket here. kind of switch up sides. The whole point of this is not to mix it up at all. Just get it in there. So typically you just pour this out on your board in the middle, move it around. But you do want a lot of resin when you're doing this. So now we're gonna take our squeegee, because we don't really want to blend the colors, and we're just gonna try to get the edges coated. The less you gotta blend it, the better. You can even move it around with an air hose or a blow dryer. So we're gonna do this and then add some dispersing effects to it. So once you get it pretty close to how you want it, I like to just come through and kind of give it a random pattern. And this is a really simple technique to do on your counters too, really easy. We'll be showing you a video of a customer that did this and it just turned out amazing. So you want to do that, and then I'll get my isopropyl alcohol and our pearl white metallics. We'll do a test spray. We're just gonna kind of mist it randomly, not everywhere, almost everywhere. Kind of random spots, different directions, and it'll create a really cool look, guys. And that's it. That's a sample. That's how easy that was. So that'll look a lot different here in about 10-15 minutes. And then I'll start showing you guys the next one. And we're gonna go silver into this one. And we'll do brass into this one. So we got a dog hair in here. Got dogs in the office. Gonna get that out right now. And also make sure your boards are level before you start. Level them both ways, because this epoxy will run to an unlevel point. So as long as you got your boards level, you're good to go. Now you're gonna take your stick and mix them up. Start out slow because the powders are really light and they can make a mess if you start out mix them fast. And you can kind of speed it up once you get them all the powder in there. All our products are no VOCs, no harsh chemicals. Then we're gonna wanna use the stir stick that I threw away for the other color. People ask a lot, like, how can you do that without a mask? It's because it doesn't have an odor. It's not a potent chemical smell. The best way to describe it is it's just exactly like if you were to paint a room in your house and you walk in that room and you can tell that something was done in that room. Same thing. It's not gonna give you headaches. It's not gonna get you high as a kite. This stuff is just awesome. It's non-smelling, no chemical smells to it. That's why everyone loves it, because it's just a fast system. So there's so many techniques and ways you guys can do your sample kits or floors or counters. We just show you stuff that we come up with. We've had customers create their own ideas, and it's actually really cool. You can go on our Facebook page, our Instagram, Pinterest, and you can see all the customer photos that people put out there. They send us and we post them on our pages, and you can see what people are doing with our products. It's really cool. So I'm just gonna start pouring these out randomly. And then we'll blend this together here shortly. kind of go in between them real quick, get it close to each other, not really blending them yet. I'll take another brush since I got silver on that already, and I'll just kind of feather in the lines. So all I'm trying to do is just kind of be real light, not mix it too much. And I want to hit all the orange. I don't want to leave any spots of the orange untouched. And it's okay to get a little silver in there. It'll look like little fracture veins. This is more of a detailed technique. It'll take a little more time if you're trying to recreate this on a counter, but it's a really cool look. All right, so if you guys are doing stuff and like I said, you don't like it, you can always keep messing with it, blend it more, make it more not as dominant of edges, and you can do that by just tilting your brush at an angle and just kind of blend over the whole thing. And this will kind of give it more of a natural veiny look. You can also kind of chop up the surface too. But notice how the silver kind of goes away. It'll pop back and you'll see it. Another way is to just kind of come through like this, kind of in the same patterns as you were, and just kind of chop it up a little bit. It's almost impossible to screw this up because you have so much working time. There's so many different looks and stuff you can get, and it always looks different hour or two down the road too. Once it's starting to set up, after it's done flowing and moving, it always looks better than when you started. But even that, like I'm gonna leave it like that so you guys can see how cool that's gonna look here in about 30 minutes. It's gonna look totally different than that. And you saw like kind of all the stuff we did. We did quite a bit of stuff to this, and it's still gonna turn out really cool. So we'll come back when these are all settled out and show you guys. All right, so you saw how much we messed with this one. We're actually gonna mess with it again. I'm not really happy with how it turned out. I'm sure some of you guys are gonna love it. Wanted us to leave it. You probably wanted us to leave it in the beginning, but I'm trying to show you how versatile and how easy this stuff is to manipulate if you don't like the look you're getting. So I'm just gonna take a squeegee. You can use a putty knife. You could even come through with your brush again, but I'm just gonna go random directions again, like we did on the other one, and holding it at an angle so I'm not moving a lot of resin. I'm just kind of flattening it off and bringing the metallics to the surface. And then we're gonna mix some clear denatured alcohol on it for some dispersing effects. So that's pretty much it. And notice how I go randomly everywhere. Now I'm just gonna take the denature and just spritz the surface, and it's gonna create some really cool dispersing effects. And that's it. And then we'll come back, like I said, this will flow out and move a little bit and it'll look really cool here. And they turned out phenomenal. And you saw how simple they were to do. This one's probably my favorite. This one's probably right up there too though. This one's really, really cool. Super vibrant colors. And they're all a little bit different. And then this one turned out awesome also. And it's more of a subtle look, but just look how simple this was to do. You guys watched it all. Super easy, super fun, and these are the results you guys can expect when you buy our kits. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment below, share the video, help us get the word out. This product is amazing and it's changing the countertop and flooring industry. Also, make sure your notifications are turned on. That way you get notified every time we post a new video. Follow us on our social media sites too, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. We're always posting customer installs there, and you can see what people are doing with our products. It's truly amazing. Our systems are one of a kind every time, and remember, Leggari.com has you covered.